Today was pretty much a perfect summer day, especially when you look at where we were over the past week with the heat wave, the extended 90s that we've seen. 75 was the afternoon high, a few degrees below the average for this time of year. But our dew points have been crashing after that front move through yesterday, and it has just left us with some really nice air mass in place. So 75 was the high in Boston and Plymouth. A little bit warmer as you went further inland, 79 in Fitchburg and 81 in Lawrence. Notice our winds, a little bit of an onshore flow for Boston and Plymouth, and then we have some north and northwesterly flow as you go further inland. We do have a bit of a sea breeze that will set up for tomorrow, something we'll talk about in just a few minutes. But our current weather map looks like this. High pressure firmly in place over the Great Lakes. Dry conditions up and down the eastern seaboard. There's the cold front that brought us the relief from all the heat that we've seen over the past really 7 or 8 days. This is going to stay in place for tomorrow and into Monday. And then we start to see a couple of changes in the forecast as we go into Tuesday and later into the week. We have more 90s to talk about. We also have what could become Tropical Storm Chris, something we're watching very closely. Doesn't look like it's going to pose much of a threat for New England beyond maybe some rough surf as we go towards the middle of the week. We'll get to that in just a second, but you can see the extent of the dry weather throughout the Midwest into the Mid-Atlantic into New England. That's really courtesy of that high-pressure system that is in place. We're talking about some 50s and temperatures near 60 as we go into the overnight, middle to low 50s as you go into Bedford, Norwood, and 57 in Hyannis. And tomorrow, yet another perfect day, a little bit warmer, a lot of sunshine, middle 80s, especially inland, 80s right along the coastline. There's your little onshore breeze, 5 to 10 miles per hour, a little bit less than what we're seeing this afternoon. And the good thing is our humidity values also remain low for Sunday and start to creep up just a little bit, kind of peak as we go into Tuesday. That's when we're expecting our next chance for some showers to move through, and then we kind of equal out as we go into Wednesday and Thursday. Still talking about some maybe upper 80s to near 90 degrees by the time we get into the middle and end of the week. Our hour-by-hour forecast, I'm going to play this, and there's stuff happening. The clock is ticking, but nothing's happening because we're just expecting some sunshine for tomorrow. You see a lot of blue skies for the afternoon tomorrow, and even into Monday, a lot of sunshine expected throughout the day on Monday, too. So no weather worries to speak of. One good place to go would be the beach. High temperature tomorrow, 78 degrees with that little onshore flow. Water temperature starting to creep up a little bit in your high tides. You see low tide right about 1:30 in the afternoon and high tide about 7 p.m. tomorrow evening. Perfect place to be. Just remember to wear that sunscreen. Still very, very strong, the sun angle. And I mentioned Tropical Depression 3, what could become Tropical Storm Chris. This is bringing some rain to the Wilmington area, the Carolinas. This is expected to go off the coast, but because of the strengthening potential, it could churn up the seas. So if you are a mariner and you take the boat out, you're going to have to watch this closely. And if you are hitting the beaches towards the middle of the week, definitely be aware of some rip currents. 92 for an afternoon high on Monday, 95 on Tuesday with some isolated thunderstorms in the afternoon and evening. By the time we get into Wednesday, back into the middle 80s. And look at this, back to the 90s for Friday and Saturday. We have not much rain chances. We're going to start to need the rain here in the next upcoming week or two.